All right. I think we are ready. Quick delay. We're waiting for a couple of players, but now we're good to start. So good luck to both teams. This is an important match for both teams. The winner of this match will proceed to the playoffs. Both teams have equal number of games they won, game they lost. So that's an important match for both teams. So let's see if Frankfurt will use their strategy of rushing the base. It looks like this is exactly what is happening. 4 players from the Frankfurt International School advancing towards the red base. Let's see if they're able to capture an early flag, a strategy that they've used before. The spread out. You can see one player is going straight for the flag. The flag is captured, but then immediately returned. The red base decides to retaliate with their attack, though they understand that someone is at their doorstep, so all 4 players of the red team are playing hard defense. They are keeping their eyes on the front door because this is exactly where a player on the horse is, and it looks like this. Oh, this is a nice take from one of the players. This is, well, look at that. That's quite a show. That's quite a decoy, though. The blue team tries to get to the base. 2 players are fighting each other on the outskirts. The player captures the flag, takes the player down, and then they take another player's taking down. They jump on the horse and they try to run away. They try to run away on the horse. This is the first time. This is the first time in the history of our game that the flag has been captured using the horse. Bravo, that was brilliant. That was really hilarious. Quite enjoy the show. Good job for Frankfurt International School. That was quite a strategy. A player was waiting on the horse, and look at that. They're running for the flag. One more time now. 2 players. Oh my God, they're doing that. They're using horses, and look how fast they are. Like, look at that. They're just rushing. They're grabbing the flag and they're running back. The door has been closed, though. Wow, that was amazing. They almost got the second point, but nevertheless, they were able to get the first point early on. The players carrying the flag is going to be really hard for them. They're trying relentlessly. This is the 4th flag captured by Frankfurt International School. And look at that. The ISK, the International School of Kraków, which is caught off guard. Look at that. They didn't have time to set up any defense. And this horse strategy, let's call it this way, paid off. Frankfurt International School is leading 1 point. They lost only 1 horse. They still have 1. So they were using the horse of their opposing team. And actually the other one is just walking around right here. We can see student 1 was slain by the Vindicator. That tells us that the ISK team is trying to capture Pillager's outpost. Look at that. Look at this jump. That was brilliant, though the flag was rescued. The player is so quick. Look at this. This has never happened before. The flag is captured. The player's running away. They're making their way out. Look at that. This is quite a show. They're able to get away on the horse so quickly. No one has ever done this before. Even though horses were added even before the beginning of the tournament. Horses were meant to give players ability to move outside the map. They were not created to jump around the base. But did you see how high those jumps were? They just jumped from the tree into the base and then out, just in a matter of a second. And I bet the red team is as surprised as I am right now. We've never seen this before. That's something that has been done for the first time. And it's interesting to see that the Frankfurt International School were able to put up the defense at the same time. So not only they were able to capture 2 early flags, but they were also able to get the defense going. Now the flag has been captured by the red team. They're having a hard time getting out of the pit. And I just want to reiterate that. So it might look easy to get out, though you cannot actually build inside this area. So their easiest way to get out is to destroy part of the wall. This is exactly what the blue team is doing. There's another way. I'm not going to reveal that, but there are other ways to get out. Of the pit. I like how naturally and aesthetically the horse fits into the entire backdrop of our event. They're just walking around. 15 minutes remaining with 2 points ahead. This is a huge lead in the match of this scale and magnitude. 2 points lead is a huge advantage for the Frankfurt International School, and both points were captured with the help of the horse. If you're watching, if you skip that, scroll down to the beginning of the match and re-watch those fantastic captures by the Frankfurt International School using the horse. I will remember this jump from this tree right to the flag and then back and then escape from here. That was brilliant. That was spectacular. This is something that we actually expect from the I can't say it's semifinals, but this is definitely an important match because the winner will proceed to the playoffs. And I think this is exactly the time when Frankfurt International School should use something novel, the strategy that they has never used before. If I'm not mistaken, Frankfurt was the team that used the TNT strategy. They also developed the breed strategy that they used last season. That did not win them the game, and now we can see they're learning from their mistakes and their strategy actually pays off. Amazing stuff happening, and now we are moving into the mid game that is typically slow paced. We won't see many captures. We will see many attempts though, and one attempt is happening right now. We can see on the right hand side blue team is trying to get into the base. So I'm trying to give you a good view so you can see what is happening. We can see a player up top in the tower. Red team is trying to protect the base from all different locations because they understand the blue team spread around. They're trying to attack from all different angles. At the same time, the red team decides to use this strategy against the blue team, and the flag is going to be captured. The flag has been left unattended, and the red team decides they are playing really smart. They decides not to get the horse inside because you won't be able to get the horse out. But the red team captures the flag, but then they're having a hard time getting out. The one player is taking down, another player is taking down. It's 2-on-1. The flag is lying on the ground. It's captured again. A very intense fight is happening. Red player is still there. They're still trying to fend off. They need to get out. They need to find a way to get out, but they're on low health. That was a good fight, though. That was really, really good fight. Performed by one of the red team players. They were able to stay there for quite a long time, though. The blue players respawned in the tower and were able to get back. So we can see one of the players from the red team incessantly trying to capture Pillager's outpost, but they're taken down by the Vindicator. And I'm just trying to foresee that the Vindicators will be removed from the Pillager's outpost in the next patch. They are too powerful, and I don't think the reward that is paid by the Pillager's outpost is worth it. So I anticipate that we will remove Vindicators from the Pillars outpost to make it more balanced. In the meantime, the score is still 2-0 in favor of Frankfurt International School. Just want to show you the score one more time. Nothing much is happening. The mid game, again, is typical of slow-paced games. Nothing much is happening. Lots of attempts are taking place. But now when the defense is set up on both sides of the map, it's really hard to get ahead. And that's exactly why Frankfurt International School is so powerful with their early rush. And now they reinforce their rush with using horses. This is amazing. I mean, you will not hear the end of it, but I'm just amazed. And I wonder if other teams who will be playing, most likely playing them in the semifinals, will anticipate that, because this is OP. The way the horses jump is amazing. We have a little team fight happening in the middle of the map. We see 3 blue players and 4. One of the blue players got cornered. Another player is likely to go down. It's 3-on-2 now. Another of the blue players is taking down, and yet another one. So 3 players from the red team. They have some time to get in, but the doors are now closed. There's no other way to get in, and they need to lead their siege, and they won't be able to get inside the base before the players spawn. Excuse me, I think also in the next patch, the respawn timer will be increased. In other words, the death will now cost more. Right now, we have a 25-second timer respawn. I think it will be increased to 30 seconds. In other words, if the player is taken down, they will have more time to respawn. Quite a hard setup, really, to beat. This has been used. I think this was first built by the Albion Bilingual School in our 1 year ago in spring season, I think. It's really hard to beat. You cannot build inside. One downside is if your own player fall inside, you cannot really get out, and we can see one horse is now actually stuck there. But on the other hand, it's really hard to get out for the opposing team. All right, so let's see what is happening here. Red team. It's interesting to see that none of the teams were using mining strategy this time around. We haven't, at least I don't see any players missing. We constantly see 5 players from the... all right, so Frankfurt International School now have a player whose armor is dyed in yellow. It's not forbidden by the rules of the game to dye the color of your armor as long as it does not conflict with your opposing team. So which is fine. And other teams use that in the past, where they would color the armor of one player to mark them as leader. That held them in the past, and I don't see anything wrong with that. So we can see Frankfurt International School decides to capture Pillager's outpost. They're taking down Vindicator. The next floor, though, contains a Vindicator who is really strong, and the blue player takes down both of them. Now the final floor is here. We can see 1 Pillager and 1 Vindicator, and this is not a hard floor for them to take down. They're able to... Last Vindicator is taken down, and the Pillager outpost is here, and we can see the Golden Sword, plenty of Ender Pearls, Potion of Sweetness, and Potion of Healing. Some good stuff for the blue team. Blue team, I should say, are doing amazing this game. They were not only they were able to execute the early rush successfully, they were also able to capture the Pillager's outpost, and with only 10 minutes remaining, it's going to be a really tough task for the... All right, Player 5 is now carrying the flag. They're in the possession of the flag. They're running. They were able to capture the flag, but they are going to be met with Student 11. Will they? No, the door is opened, and this is going to be a point for the red team. Bravo, red team. Well done. Well done. This is 2-1, and the red and the ISK is bringing back home 1. The pearl is being thrown. The flag is captured, and the player is right there. Did you see that? Wow. That was amazing. I'm not sure if you spot that. I wish we can replay that, but the player was standing there. They threw the Ender Pearl, and while the Ender Pearl was flying, the player lands on the flag. They capture the flag, And then by the time they capture the flag, the Ender Pearl lands somewhere here and they immediately teleported. And that's, my friends, is exactly the power of the Ender Pearls. And that's exactly why it costs so much time to get to Pillager Outpost. But once you get it, once you get those handful of Ender Pearls, and blue team now has maybe a stack of them, maybe 5. And have you seen that? The most difficult part of the capture the flag these days is to get out of the pit. It's not so much the problem to get in. It's quite relatively easy to get in, but to get out, like how would you get out from here? I mean, you have the spider cobble web from either side, but with the spider web, with the Ender Pearl, sorry, it becomes a walk in the park. The blue flag has been captured, and we don't see a visual of who is carrying the flag. I believe one player, student 2, is now carrying the flag. They are taking down because student 13 has a diamond sword. I think I was mistaken in saying in stating that no teams went mining. I think Frankfurt International School did go mining, or maybe we missed that fight where ISK lost their diamond sword. The player decides to retreat. I think they're on low health. I understand they don't want to lose the diamond sword. That's why they decide to retreat and go back to the base. Wow, wonderful play. So good plays in this match. And this is exactly the level of game we can anticipate from the team that has been playing this game for 3 seasons already. Frankfurt International School has been with us for, this is their third season? I think so. I think this is their 3rd season, and they're playing exceptionally well. So I'm happy to see the level they are bringing to the game. Nevertheless, it's 1st season for the ISK, and nevertheless, they're not giving up. They're still structuring their defense. They're still structuring their offense. They're not scared of the fact that the blue team now has, okay, let's just concentrate on a team fight. This is a 5-on-5, and the blue team has lost 1 player, whereas red team understands it's really hard for them to fend off a player with a diamond sword. But I think the time has come for the red team. They're getting in, they're getting the flag. The Ender Pearl will not be used. There's no use for that, so they're running back. Wonderful play by the Frankfurt International School. We can see how much they practice. We can see how much time they spend practicing those. And I wonder why this is still here. That was left behind. I'm not sure why, but probably Frankfurt International School did not grab their hard-won loot, because it's still here. The team scores the point. The Frankfurt International School scores the point. It's 4-1 now. Just want to remind you, the FIS, they were 3rd or 2nd in two consecutive times. They've never won the championship, but now they're looking really, really strong. Looking at their strategy, looking at their movement, look at how confident they are. And now we can see a horse rider with a diamond sword, and the blue team captures another point. The flag has been left unattended. The player decides to engage both of the players with the diamond sword on a horse. They're running around, they're chasing them around. They're wearing an iron suit, and it's always look at that movement. They're just running around. They understand. Oh wow, look at that. The player's trying to take 1 versus 3, and and that shows you another power of the horse rider. You can retreat at any time. You can engage in fight, but if you understand, this is another point for the red team. This is 4-2. The blue team were engaged in the fight for too long and then missed the point that the flag was captured, and now their horse rider is taking the lead. The player is taking down the red team. It decides to engage. The horse now falls in the battlefield. It's 2-on-3. The blue team re-engages. They are chasing down a player. An archer tries to take down a player with a diamond sword. Player 13 is carrying diamond sword. They're wearing diamond or iron suit. They capture the flag. They decide to engage. It's hard time, and they are taking down. The diamond sword is now lying. It's free for all. It's right there. The diamond sword is lying right there on the ground. It's not spotted by the player. It is spotted by the player. Player 4 now in the possession of the diamond armor, diamond sword, and iron armor. It's still a chance for ISK to reclaim their victory. If they move fast, I believe we only have about 3 minutes, but that's enough to capture 2 points. They need to move fast. The blue team decides to regroup. They have a stack of iron swords, what looks like those that I see the iron swords. They decide to engage. They understand they now have the armor, the diamond armor, sorry, diamond sword and iron armor. The team fight is happening. Look at that. We have 4, 5, and 5 team fight is happening. One of the player, blue is going down. Another blue is going down. Red is going down. It's okay. Another blue is going down. 4 players of the red team are now alive versus 1. They have about 20 seconds. The doors are closed, so they need to find their way. They don't have any pickaxes. The blue player tried to stall. He takes down 1 player with them. The red team now has around 20 seconds. They have a pickaxe. They go through the door. 1 player has respawned. They go through the door. Block is going down. The flag is captured. The player is now running back, and they are going to take it back. There's no one to contest them. The score is going to be 3-4 if ISK can make it back home. The reinforcement is here. 1 minute remaining. It's 3-4. ISK has 50 seconds to capture the flag. Ladies and gentlemen, good job for the ISK. Well done. This is a really, really wonderful play. I just want to cheer them up. I would like to give them confidence. They have 40 seconds to capture the flag. We don't have the countdown. We only have the 10 seconds countdown. The Ender Pearl is here. The blue player with Ender Pearl is here. Another Ender Pearl is going down. The flag is captured. And the player is out. The timing was a little bit off. The timing was just a touch off. The player jumped in too soon, but that was really hard. The red team decides to move in. They understand they don't have enough time. They only have about 20 seconds to capture the flag. The blue team understands it's the final countdown. It's the final countdown, 7, 6, and the rush is on. The red team enters the base. The door is closed, and this is the victory for the FIS. So I'm just trying to see if I can chat with the ISK team. The final score is 4-3. Yeah, the final score is 4-3, and I'm just trying to see if I can chat with ISK. This has been the last game for them. Unfortunately, they will not proceed to the semifinals. I just want to touch base with them and ask about their, this is their first season, and it must be exciting for them to be playing. But I'm still hearing, just wanted to hear back from their team, from their teammate, from their coach. All right, we are about to join ISK team Discord. All right, and there, I don't see anybody here. Okay. All right, I'm about to join. Hello, team. How are you? Hey, guys, can you hear me?
Hey.
Hello.
Oh.
Hey, you guys are on live stream right now, and I'm so happy chatting with you. I asked your coach if I can touch base with you. This is normally the practice. We do the post-game interview with teams, and because that was your first time playing the league and unfortunately won't be able to proceed to the playoffs, but I still want to chat with you about your experience so far. I see there are quite a lot of people here, so let's do the popcorn. Does anybody want to share their thoughts and feelings about the match you've had so far and your overall experience playing the league?
It was fun, man.
Yeah, very fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was fun but disappointed, kind of.
Yeah,
So far from what I've seen,
It was our first year, so we got pretty far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the people in this tournament aren't the best PvP wise, but their strategy is impeccable.
Yeah. Were you surprised by when they rushed into your base on the horse at the beginning of the game?
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah, because like usually,
Yeah, it was the
like, on
first
the
second
last
of the
two games, we
game.
never
So.
saw someone using actually a horse and with the other team, so yeah,
Fantastic.
it was pretty new.
Yeah, and Mr. Campbell, as a coach of the team, can you talk a little bit about your team? How was it watching your team play in the league?
It was really a lot of fun. I think being able to actually get out there and play some other schools around the world is pretty cool experience, and I'm hoping that this little taste will maybe get people a little bit more committed and get us going again, so that for next season we can do a little bit better.
Yeah, commitment is definitely a key ingredient. The team that you play today, the FIS, they have some hardcore players who spend quite a lot of time developing the strategies and exploring the map. So yeah, it definitely pays off, but it also a huge time commitment. Listen, just want to say thank you, first of all, Mr. Campbell, for all the time. I know how much time and effort it takes to organize, put the team together, put the practices together, find the time for the match. But hopefully you and your team have had fun and you will join us again for the next tournament.
Thank you so much. We look forward to it.
Fantastic.
And we look forward to winning that tournament.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
since because of this, I learned that like probably I will just try to watch like the streams of this tournament to kind of like a little bit kind of analyze.
Exactly. Do
and
some
then
learning.
Well,
Study some tactics.
your strategy, like because like last time US, I don't was it like UHS? I don't know.
yeah. We'll keep an eye on the live streams of the. We will have semifinals soon. Now the group stage is over, so we'll have semifinals and then finals. So the strongest teams will play there. So probably they will bring something exciting to the table when they go to the final stage of the tournament.
Their strategy as you mentioned before, like they're not only the team that we just fought, but like the previous one also had a pretty good strategy. So I think like next time when for next year I guess, but like we will need a better strategy.
Yeah,
Yep,
well,
I agree. All right, let's let this guy go. Thank you so much.
thank you so much.
Bye.
Thanks. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Next time we'll come stronger.
All right, I think we have Frankfurt International School on Discord as well, and I'm about to join them now if they don't mind. So let's hear from the winners of this match. FIS.
Yo.
Hey. All right, so guys, just to make sure you are now on air. Just want to say hi and congratulate your team on making this to the semifinals. And before you say anything, I can honestly say that this has been the most hilarious, the most intense game in the league so far. The way you make this game, the way you play this game, guys, this is incredible. So I would like to hear from some of you about your experience playing this league for the second or third year or third time. So the mic is yours, please, but let's take turns, all right? Let's not talk over each other. And everybody's quiet. All right,
Yeah,
go ahead.
Turtle, do you maybe want to talk about the PvP side?
Sure. Yeah, I think at the beginning, we started off really well with our versus at the beginning and using the horses and things. And it was very stressful when towards the end they started to like turn it around, and they went like their entire team against us and started to like pick us off with like all 5 of them against like 1 or 2 of us at a time, and then they like completely wiped us out at the end.
And listen, while we're on this, who developed this strategy? Who conceived the horse strategy? Is it a... Yep.
I guess that would be me.
I think it was Aiden. Yeah, he came up with
it was Aiden.
All right, that was marvelous. How did you come up with this? How did your team react to that when you introduced it to your entire team?
Well, we found, like, when I saw the new map, I wanted to do some testing, and then saw that some of the horses can jump really high. So I found that could be a really easy way to get into the base quickly without having to worry about the doors, because you could like jump onto the tree and jump over the wall and stuff, and it could be really disorientating for the opponent if you're just jumping around on a horse.
So let me get this straight. So different breeds of horses have different jumping abilities. Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like all horses are completely unique with their stats. Like some can be faster and some can jump higher and some have more health.
Wow, I did not anticipate that. When I was thinking about the new patch and when I put horses there, I thought they will be used to roam around there. I thought they will not be used to jump around, but that was marvelous. I so much like the way you explore the abilities and capabilities of the map that has to offer. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the Ender Pearls. And like I've seen the perfect timing, I think the first time we used the Ender Pearl. So I'd like to hear from the person who did that and how much time it took you to practice that.
That was awesome. So it was basically we found out they thought about the fact that well, Ender Pearls can be really good because you can teleport into their base. But if you time it well, then you can throw. So basically I would pearl onto the roof of their base, and then while standing on their roof I would throw the pearl back to our base, so the pearl is like midair, and then while it's flying I would jump down and grab the flag to try and like minimize the time that I spent down there, and then shortly after that the pearl will land and then be back at the base with the flag.
Yeah, that was really great. So can I hear from someone else? I believe your team or Mr. Anderson, maybe you can talk, or maybe you can point out some of the players that can talk on behalf of the team.
Maybe we can talk about the button strategy. We thought about that in one of our previous games, but we're really impressed this time at how the other team was so coordinated with the button strategy to get into the other the doors of the other base. We were really impressed with how like every time someone came up to the door they instantly had a button. They didn't have to spend time crafting one and stuff like that, and they managed to leave some there so that every time we walked out the base we're like, oh, how did that button get there? It was good job by them.
Fantastic. Right. So, Mr. Anderson, may we hear from you as a coach of the team? How do you think your team is prepared for the playoffs and semifinals?
You know, I think every game we're learning something new. Every team, especially the new teams, have come with such like different strategies. They're even more coordinated than us, and they have even more interesting ways to get around our current strategies. So it's been very challenging as a team to come up with some more creative things to have in our back pocket when we do when we are down a few points. So yeah, I'm so impressed with the team. They really love the game, and they really, it's like playing chess. We're always trying to find some interesting ways around our opponents. Like I'm really impressed, like watching them play and hearing what they come up with on the fly. Learn to hear their communication, and of course watch their skills. I think we have a few new students that just joined, and they've learned from each other. I'm really happy to see them just jump in there and share what they know about the game. It's given us a fresh perspective on the map. So yeah, this game was awesome. I need to go back and watch it. I was like smiling the whole time. So it was so close. Yeah. So congrats to both to Mr. C and his team at ISK. Like they played awesome.
Yeah, I agree. They didn't give up, even though you guys had an advantage. You were leading 2 points. You had Diamond Sword and Iron Armor, but nevertheless they decided to fight back. And at one point they were really close. They had 1 minute, and still Yeah, well, thank you so much for joining this league one more time, and I'm looking forward to welcome you to the semifinals. I will update the bracket now, so we'll be able to see who you will be up against in the semifinals. I will leave the call now.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Perfect. I just love chatting with teams. It's so nice to hear from the students, when you see game and evolving, but then when you're able to hear from the teams what is going on their Discords, it's so much fun. This is why I love doing that. Perfect. We're gonna stop our live stream now. I think we've been around for a long time. I'm looking forward to the semifinals. I'll update the bracket. Keep an eye on the live streams, and I'll see you there. Bye bye.